Well, I've been afraid of changing because I built my life around you. Do those lyrics sound familiar? It's amazing how much a song you love can affect you in different ways throughout your life when circumstances change. For many, those lyrics I so passionately recited belong solely to Landslide by Fleetwood Mac, written by a young Stevie Nicks in allegedly 5 minutes or so, struggling to make ends meet as a cleaning maid and deciding if she should stay with musical collaborator and life partner Lindsey Buckingham. He has said that the landslide metaphors were inspired by the Rocky Mountains, okay, Denver, shout out, but it's actually Aspen, but you know what I mean, Colorado native. But those very lyrics hit number 2 on the Billboard charts, this time performs by the female Dallas country trio, The Chicks. If you don't know the lore behind the cancellation of The Chicks, widely considered one of the first cases of national cancel culture in mainstream music, resulting in the 3 country stars standing their ground, or more so, sitting naked on the cover of Entertainment Weekly with words such as Big Mouth, Traitor, and Dixie Sluts written on their skin, then strappin'. So badass. The then Dixie Chicks recorded a folky Americana rendition of the Fleetwood Mac classic with Natalie Maines as the lead vocalist and guitar, Marty McGuire on the fiddle, and Emily Strayer on mandolin on the 2002 cover, the year I was born, by the way. While the original song is contemplative in the face of a crossroads, this version feels like the commencement of a conscious decision to move forward. This cover was absolutely huge, going platinum. This song is a masterclass in processing hard chapters of life, and little did the Chicks know, when they were being praised for their work, that the world would turn on them. In 2003, Natalie proclaimed to a venue of roaring fans that she was ashamed that George W. Bush was from Texas in light of his ruthless invasion of Iraq. The United States country scene did not take lightly to her comment, barring the Dixie Chicks from several radio stations and award shows. In an attempt to explain herself, Natalie posted, "I feel the president is ignoring the opinion of many in the US and alienating the rest of the world. While we support our troops, there is nothing more frightening than the notion of going to war with Iraq and the prospect for all the innocent lives that will be lost." The general public seemed to revel in their disdain for the trio, but the Chicks, never hiding their progressive nature and bleeding hearts for social justice, dropped the Dixie part from their name in 2020 after George Floyd's murder, as they felt it romanticized an especially racist chapter of America. Thankfully, over time, the general public began to understand where the Chicks were coming from, and a live recording of Landslide posted to YouTube 6 years ago from the Chicks, their official band account, the 3 women performed the beloved song to a stadium of tearful fans. The song remains, as it did when they first released it, a celebration.
By knowing the music that you love and that is inspirational to you, and that has moved you emotionally and sonically, and inspired you, then by learning those songs, they really just become part of you. Like you just sort of like take them in, and they kind of do that dance within your psyche and within your system and within your hands and fingers and vocal cords once you learn them, so that they become ingrained into you, so that as you're creating,